Hey friends, Steve Guttenberg here, and I am the Audiophiliac. And today I am excited. I am excited to tell you about my very first hi-fi. So I worked in this local grocery store, neighborhood grocery store, and I saved my money. I had a mission. When I got this job in this grocery store, I said, I am going to buy a hi-fi with my own money. I'm going to buy whatever I want, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to blow my mind. So I did. I worked there and worked there after school, saved the money, and I went to this department store. It was this called EJ Corvettes, and they had a department in the store for selling hi-fis and stuff. And I go there, and most of it was way out of my price range that I could afford. But I wound up buying this thing called XAM speakers and an XAM stereo integrated amplifier. XAM, I believe, was it was a house brand of Corvettes, but it was really a British speaker company called Goodman's. I'm pretty sure about that. I may have that screwed up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I also bought a Garrard turntable. And I brought that thing home and I hooked it up, and it just blew my mind. First of all, it was stereo. I have never heard stereo really before in my life before that moment. So it was a very, very big deal. Maybe that sort of planted the seeds of me becoming the audiophiliac right then and there. It's just this awareness of stereo, these sounds coming from different places, which is endlessly fascinating to me, especially those early Beatles records. So anyway, I'm playing this system, and I'm saving money from my job at the local grocery store, buying more and more records. And of course, in those days, let's say some part in the earlier part of the 20th century, well, not the early part, but long before this century, you heard music on the radio, and you go, wow, that's amazing. I wonder what the rest of the songs are on that album, because in those days, obviously, they didn't play the entire album. So I bought the records, and all sorts of things I was getting turned on to by the radio. So I'm going along, and then maybe a year later, still working in the grocery store, I knew then that the little Corvette's amplifier wasn't cutting it, the little XAM amp. So I go back to that guy, the salesman that sold me that system, and I said, I got to move up from this thing. And he points me over to this Harman Kardon receiver, this stereo receiver. First of all, it was really beautiful. The XAM was kind of a junky looking thing, but this Harman Kardon receiver was gorgeous. The knobs and everything, whoosh, it's very sexy. So had to buy that thing, buy that. Oh, by the way, the original system that I bought, the amp, speakers, and turntable, cost, I remember, $105, including tax. And it was a lot of money back then, but I made like $1.25 an hour or something, minimum wage. So it took a while to make that money, but it was worth every penny. Meanwhile, the Harman Kardon receiver, bring that baby home, hook it up, and guess what? One channel was out. And I think, actually, looking back, I probably blew it up. Took it back to the store, back to this sales guy carrying this little cardboard box, bring him to him, saying, hey, one channel's out. He hooks it up, checks it out, confirms that actually, yeah, one channel's out. He said, no worries. Goes to the back, pulls out another one, gives me this brand new one. I go home, and I live happily ever after. Well, not ever after, for a few more years until I got something better. But those days, coming home after school and playing those records and just hearing them, it just got into me. It just permeated my soul, that music. The Stones records, the Beatles records, just like local one-hit wonder bands whose names I can't remember anymore, but all of that music that was coursing through my veins, coming alive over that system, was life-changing. It literally was life-changing, because here I am today, so many decades later, still really excited by sound coming out of speakers. Now, of course, I think as a kid, the excitement level was higher because it was so new, and it was so fresh, and it was so life-changing. It really was. So I want to hear about your life-changing experiences with your first hi-fi. Now, of course, if you're younger than me, and most people are, whether it was your first boombox or close and play, whatever, Bluetooth speaker, I don't care what it is. Whatever that first thing was, how did that change you? Did it really blow your mind that it was yours and you could play what you wanted? I don't think it's quite the same thing for younger folk, but tell me about it in the comments section below this one. By the way, I write the Audiophiliac blog for cnet.com, and that's been going for over 10 years. cnet.com/audiophiliac will get you there, and you can look over 1,500 or 1,600 blogs that I've written. Gazillions of reviews are in there, and also CNET reviews as well. If you like these YouTube videos, please subscribe to this channel. Please like them, please share them, and all that kind of social stuff. And please come back tomorrow because there'll be another new video for you to watch and hopefully enjoy. See you next time. Bye-bye.